Okay, go ahead.
Awesome.
So just,
Yeah, just go ahead and,
oh,
yeah, glad I can see you.
how do I use?
Just the left and right corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
and, let's start.
Yeah.
Everything's all set? Okay.
Am I in the screen?
Okay, so, hi guys. So we're Team Apportable, and we're here to present our practicum project to you. And just a whole semester, a lot of work, and this is time to show what we've done during the semester. And first, credits. So the sponsor, of course, Apportable, the San Francisco based startup, and the advisor, Colin Jackson, and the clients are Glenna and Nicole, and our team members, Malav, Ben, and yes, okay, you can't see them at the webcam. And today's agenda, first I'm gonna give a short overview of the project, and Ben will give a demo of our website and the SDK, all that integration thing. And Malav will talk about some implementation details and some challenges we're facing. And Jesse will talk about the software engineering methodologies, approach, those kind of things. Yeah. So first, a little bit of the background of the project. Apportable, the company, so it was co-founded by Colin 2 years ago. It's kind of a young company. Earlier this year, the company raised $2.4 million, led by Google Venture. So that's about the company, and the Apportable as the SDK. So the Apportable SDK just compiles the Objective-C code. That means the code of your iOS apps into the native Android app without like changes, without translating into Java code, without maintaining another code base. It just stick to the original code base, and everything is automatically, magically done for you. And for an SDK or for a platform, you can do all the things like in one SDK or platform. So that's why we need a lot of like, third-party libraries. In our project, we call these libraries modules. And now Apportable SDK actually support a lot of third-party libraries. And but we kind of want the developers want to make developers easier to use these libraries, or to browse, to search for the libraries they want. So we have our project. So our project, our task is to build an application where the users or developers can browse and buy and probably review third-party modules. So that means kind of like two things. The first thing is the Ruby on Rails web application is where the developers, browse modules, and the other thing is integration with the Apportable SDK. So users can just use their command line tool to build their project, to use their third-party modules. And the other thing, and that's kind of like the purpose of this course. This course is to apply software engineering methods and techniques to solve a real problem. And some other things like technologies we're using, like Ruby on Rails, and thanks to the open source, we're using tons of gems to do a lot of tasks for us. And for the SDK, we're using Python. We're modifying some Python code, and we're using Git to manage our manage our code. We're using GitHub to collaborate, and we're pushing our code to Heroku to deploy, and we're using Amazon S3 to store static files, those kind of things. And another thing is tools. The first thing we're using agile development. That's kind of like using what we learn from our software engineering course. And there are a lot of online collaboration tools like Google Docs, like all the IM Skype and Facebook Messenger, something like that, and Trello and other things. And we're using a lot of free and open source software to help us, like Sublime, like Vim, like from the developer tools. And we're driving our cars and take a ride on Cali train to San Francisco. And now Ben will give a demo of our website and the SDK.
Cool, awesome. Fun time. Let's take a look at the things that we built through this semester. Let me know if you cannot see anything or if something is confusing. So right now in my Chrome browser we have the Apportable Modules Marketplace, the landing page of the marketplace right here in front of you. As Yang said, the main purpose of this marketplace is to enable third-party libraries to advertise themselves as well as showcase their libraries, and also make users of Apportable SDKs aware that those things are enabled, those things are supported in Apportable SDK. So the first thing that we think is very important is a slideshow of featured modules that most users might be interested in. For instance, we have Amazon Game Circle, which means when users program their iOS app using the Game Circle APIs, they can, when they convert their app into an Android app, it'll also be supported. And as well as Parse, when you're using Parse as your backend, you're using iOS APIs, and they will also be converted into Android without any extra work. So this is basically a slideshow. For me, I think it's big and good enough, but definitely there are room for improvement. And then besides the featured modules that we call them, featured module slideshow, we have in the landing page a list of categories: analytics, ad-related, game service, etc., and then featured modules under those categories. So when a user come into this site, they will be able to see, okay, when these are the third-party libraries that Apportable support under analytics kind of functionality. And of course, we might not showing everything on this page, so we definitely have search. So let's say a user wanted to see if Amazon Game Circle is, or Amazon other API is supported, you can just go ahead and search Amazon. Right now in our database, we don't really have that many modules, but later maybe we'll have more, and users are enabled to search within a category. So let's say he want to search for StoreKit to Amazon, and apparently it's in the IAP folder, IAP category, which stands for in-app purchase services. And then you can always, and if we also like in any marketplaces, you can always search or order your results by date, by ratings. So right now, if we do in a descending order, we can see that apparently NFC for Android has a really high rating, as well as all of them. Most of them have 5 stars, and yeah, so users are enabled to order their results and all that. So this is basically the way a user will use to browse the website and look at all the modules that are available to them. So right now, let's go ahead and check out a module. Let's just look at Mixpanel. So this is basically the module detail page, where you have the author, the version, category, whether like it's free right now, all the modules right now are free because the purpose of this is just showcase these modules, and then you will see a slideshow of the screenshots when you use these modules, as well as a description. We supported Markdown in the description implementation. So basically, when you can put Markdown as your description, and then we will show the headers, we will show code. So later on, if a third-party vendor wanted to showcase their showcase their library, and then they want to give a tutorial or they want to give documentation inside the description, it'll be very easy because Markdown is supported, and most of them use Markdown on their GitHub, so they can just go ahead and copy that over here. I think we support GitHub version of Markdown too, so which is very helpful. After the description, we do have reviews because we know it's Apportable will be a huge community, and reviews are important. Users who have subscribed to this module will be able to write reviews. Right now, apparently this user already wrote a review, and one user can only leave one review, so you can click here to update, but we're not going to update anything. And then if there are more than 5 reviews, I think, we have an all reviews page where you can see all the reviews. But right now, we didn't make enough mock users and mock reviews. But apparently, what I'm trying to say is that it's supported. Now we have the ability to browse all the modules and look at the details and pictures of the modules. We want to subscribe to them, and we want to manage them. That's done in our My Account page. In My Account page, we have one more section which is called Modules, and these are all the modules that you have subscribed to, and then you can enable them or disable them whatever you want. And then if you want more modules, this is a hot link for you to go back to the module marketplace. So now, the most important part of Apportable is definitely converting an iOS app into an Android app. So we're going to demonstrate the whole workflow since we've added another layer of dependency onto this whole build platform. So this is the curl command that you have to run whenever you start using Apportable. So first of all, let's see. Oops. So this is a iOS app. It's a example iOS app provided by Apportable. It's called Spin. This Spin running in the iOS simulator. So which means all the code are in Xcode. So this is Spin. It's a Objective-C project. It's all coded in Objective-C, and it compiles to be an iOS program. So what we're going to do right now is to convert it to be an Android program. So you got to run this curl script first on your command line. Oops, sorry. Since the downloading of the entire SDK takes like 5 minutes under the current networking condition, we've already done that before the presentation. As you can see right here, we run this curl command. It basically go ahead and downloads a shell script which continue to download the entire SDK and runs necessary steps of the installing the SDK. So now we're inside the folder of Spin. Let's go ahead and try to build it. So we do a portable load. It's trying to load, but when it's parsing the configuration of Spin, it realized that Spin needs fmod. Of course, the example app Spin doesn't need fmod. I added that dependency into the configuration. So here's an error. So the user cannot convert it because he doesn't have the module fmod in his account. So let's go ahead Yeah, and if we look at the list, this user doesn't have the fmod module. So we go to the module marketplace. We want to search for fmod and fmod audio. We go ahead and subscribe to it, and then all you need to do is do a portable update, which will re-download the entire SDK as well as the list of dependencies that you are subscribed to on the website. And apparently it takes 2 minutes to download the SDK, so in the meantime, we will show you an admin page that we added for this marketplace. This is a totally standalone admin page that separates itself from the original admin site of the original site. So this admin page is only used to administrate all the SDK modules, reviews, subscriptions, and categories that are those models that are involved in the marketplace website. We can go ahead into categories. You can create a category. Right now we have these ones. Here are a list of reviews. You can, as an admin, you can delete reviews. Maybe sometimes they are spam, sometimes they are, bad stuff. So you can delete them. You can't really edit module reviews, which we think will be too wicked. So we decided that you can only delete them, but you cannot edit them. Otherwise, it's not that cool. And then you have a list of all the modules. This is basically where you put new modules into it. Later on, we think that a follow-up work for this website is definitely another interface for third-party vendors to create their own modules instead of having them go into the admin and screw up our stuff. So, but right now, this is the only way. We will, later on, we will provide a script for merging the current staging website into the production website. I mean merging the data into the production website. You can always filter these, and then I think more importantly, here's featured modules, which is the slideshow on the landing page. Right now, we only have 5 modules involved. You can create another one, or you can delete them. Yeah, so this is where you manage the front page slideshow. There's also subscriptions. You can see subscriptions to SDK modules. Let's say Google Play, filter, and you will see only 4 people subscribe to Google Play Game Service. Apparently, it's not that popular, but this is where you can see all the subscriptions and you can even edit them. And now I think, yeah, the Apportable update is complete, and let's run Apportable load again. Yay, apparently we have passed the phase of finishing parsing configuration, which means we have updated our module list, and then the SDK has started working and converting the Spin app into an Android app. And we're gonna go ahead. Hurry. Somehow it's slow. I guess I want to take the time to, hopefully it'll go through. I'll take the time to explain sort of how we tackled the whole checking dependency and comparing the current subscription with what you have locally, or what you need for the app that you're converting. This is the hack done by Glenna and I think the build team. Basically, we're checking, we're digging through the DCF and checking the places where the DCF, basically the build platform, is trying to build a list of dependencies and for this application that you're converting. and then we have a local file which contains a list of modules that you have right to use, and then we're comparing these two lists to see if there are any modules that this application requires and you don't have. If that's the case, then you won't be able to create this convert this application because you have to subscribe to that. And now the conversion is done, and you can see on the webcam that we have this app running on Android, which is awesome. Yay! Yeah, and that's basically the complete workflow for our website. Any questions at all?
I have just one
Yeah.
suggestion for that curl,
Curl?
command.
Uh-huh.
You should provide the copy button. I
Oh,
mean, yeah,
copy button.
Select all and copy.
Good point. Good point. Very good point. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it took me a long time to copy the entire screen. I guess that's where you get the nice version. Cool. Thank you. Any other questions? I think yeah. Then I'll leave this stage to I think Moav to talk about the technical challenges that we have.
Can I just ask a quick
Yeah.
question? So, do I need permission? Okay, so when you typed Apportable update, was it actually downloading any code, or it was just downloading the new list of modules?
Good point. We think that, so first of all, it's actually meaningless for the Apportable update to download, well, for the case that we were showing, that we were trying to download the new list of modules at the time we were using the Apportable update. But the real purpose of Apportable update is to download the new SDK, because the SDK updates a lot, across development. We think that it'll be better if we have another function, let's say, Apportable update subscriptions, or update module lists, which will only download the module list. So right now, the Apportable update does both of them. Download the new SDK as well as the list of modules that you have subscription to. But but we think that it'll be better if we have only one. We have a separate Apportable function that does only updating your subscription list.
Hey, why don't you just,
Can you use his microphone on his laptop?
oh,
Yeah, sure.
Just keep it over there, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so one other question. So I mean, could you just automatically subscribe people when they try to build and there's a free module that's available and do everything on the panel?
It is doable, for sure.
So we have something where we have a list in a database that if you are in an Indie or Pro plans, so all Indie or Pro plans have all the modules subscribed to them. So whenever you subscribe to Indie or Pro, those modules will be subscribed to you. But that is something that we haven't added into the database as of yet, because we are not as of sure that what we want to have for each plan.
Okay. Yeah, but that's totally
Glenna
doable.
can barely hear you. Can you scoot in?
Oh,
No,
well, anyway, I think
Mala.
I asked my question, so I'll let you guys finish the presentation. We can
Yeah.
have more
yeah.
questions at the end.
Sounds good, thank you.
Okay, but Glenna wasn't able to hear Mala.
Yeah. So
Can you repeat your?
yeah. So my answer is that we have a database table which describes that if a user subscribes for Indie or Pro, what modules he is automatically subscribed to. So we have a mechanism for that, but the only thing is right now that we are not sure that what the plan contains what modules, and for sure showing the demo we did not want to put it in a way that like everybody gets subscribed to every module. So that's not that can be configured later in the stage.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if that answers the question. I cannot see it, but yeah. Okay. So I'll start discussing the technical details which were not like really apparent in the demo that Win did.
Can you just scoot over a little?
Sure.
Okay, that's good.
So
one of the things that we really focused was on Markdown flavor. So we wanted to have a Markdown which was very familiar to developers and something that is just not specification but also that helps them understand what is in documentation and what is in the description. So this is just an example. For example, if you are putting a Ruby code, we automatically parse that and we automatically highlight that. So everything is very nice and good. Plus there are some quirks of Markdown, such as it doesn't automatically link your hyperlinks, plus new lines doesn't really reflect on the formatted output. So all those things are fixed, and Markdown flavor is as similar to GitHub's Markdown flavor, but not infringing their copyrights. Next thing is script input validation in admin panel. So Bin showed you admin panels, but we did not get time to tell you about like how robust it is. So if you can see that every title is supposed to be like mandatory, module identifier is mandatory, support link has to be HTTP link, version is supposed to be a semantic version, so major version dot minor version dot patch release version. Similarly, you cannot upload a PDF file in your images. So all those things where anything gets screwed up, we really make sure that everything is, the data is properly validated. Next things, some improvements that we did over the time. So we improved our deployment. So we saw that now Apportable website has to be a place where a lot of people would come and see the marketplace, and also subscribe to modules, leave their reviews. So it has to be able to take up that load. So till now, Apportable website was being served on thin server, which is a Ruby application server, but it is one-threaded server. So it might have a lot of wait time when 2 or more people are requesting it. So we shifted to Unicorn with 4 threads. So you can argue that it's 4 times the request time would be 4 times faster as compared to thin. We implemented payments with Stripes for marketplace. So right now every modules are free, and that's why we cannot show the Stripe workflow. But if you have something which is more than $0, you can definitely pay for it and subscribe for it. For all the images that are used in our marketplace, we are using Amazon S3 for high availability, because we don't want to do something where we create our own static file serving server. Later we understand that marketplace is a site where a lot of people would come, and it shouldn't be a place of bottleneck where it's doing a lot of SQL queries and it's not really optimized. So we are using SQL indexes to make sure that to find queries are take less time. We are using counter caches to make sure that, for example, if you are asking how many users have subscribed to this particular module, all this is that is cached. Then eager loadings, for example, if you are trying to see that how many, if one category has like which modules, we don't want to do something where we load a category, and for each category we would load every modules. We automatically do eager loading, so whenever a category is loaded, we automatically load the modules with it. So that is SQL optimization that we are doing. And then some of the challenges that we have faced during this course of project. So we inherited a code base in a Rails code base. So the thing is that we were really proficient in Rails, but there were some things that we did not really get, because it was a really long code base, and we had to really understand and allow us to get familiar with it, just so that we do not misunderstand anything. Also, the lack of tastes in the initial website. Now we have to understand that Apportable website it's not the main product of Apportable. It's supposed to be a web presence, and that's why it doesn't have a lot of test suits and like very good test suits. So that made moving forward a little bit difficult for us. Next thing is team members availability. So it was a semester where we were trying to find our jobs and trying to find internships and having a lot of interviews. So it happened in a way that we could not meet in CMU campus. We never really we were never really able to meet in Silicon Valley campus, but we tried to go to a portable. Okay.
Just
I have to
reconnect.
leave the meeting. But yeah, let me.
Try the next slide. Oh, it stopped, yeah.
Let's just stop for a while.
Our campus is getting attacked.
Yeah.
Really?
My internet is real slow.
Yeah.
Think. Share my screen. Okay. So team members availability, but we try to go to a portable office every Tuesday, and we also try to go to on Friday if we have any important stuff to do. Next thing is pinning down plans, modules, and payment interactions. So as you can see, there is a lot of control to the users. So you have to first subscribe to a plan, then to subscribe to modules and enable those modules. They are enabled, but you can disable those modules. So you can see that there is a lot of granularity of control for users, and we've spent a lot of time trying to figure that out. Like it should work properly, but it's worse because we wanted to give developers proper control over what they are doing. So for example, if you are subscribed to a plan but you want to disable that, you are subscribed to a plan and you are subscribed to some modules, but you want to disable few modules just for testing on a app, and you might have different apps and they require different modules. So we wanted to enable and disable modules if possible. And next thing is integration with Apportable's command line interface, and that's where we had some problems because we primarily worked with Rails over like first 3 to 4 sprints, and at the last we had to integrate it with the portable command line, and we were not really familiar with the build system. So Bin and I spent a lot of time on it. So those are the challenges, and that's how we overcome them. I will leave software engineering to Jesse.
So I'll talk about the software engineering aspects of our project. So first I want to emphasize and talk about our communication, because Apportable has office in San Francisco and all of us actually live in South Bay, so it's a long commute. It's about like 40 miles drive from here to there. So we try to work from San Francisco office at least once a week just to meet the team and discuss the progress and get feedback. So once we are there, we actually have a weekly project sync-up meeting with the members, with Glenna and with Nicole. And during these meetings, we present our progress and we ask for the feedback, and we discuss these pending issues like the specifications and the stories for our next sprint, next development cycles. So other than that, we also have Skype for async communication. So if we are not there, we use Skype to ping them and to talk to them. Actually, sometimes when we are there, we are still using Skype because it allows us to communicate asynchronously. so that we don't have to like interrupt their workflow, and we can like just talk to them when they are free. And then for project management, we use agile development, as Yang mentioned. So we
Your slide's not showing up.
Oh, really?
Are you
Yeah.
sharing your slide?
I think I'm sharing the screen.
It didn't change.
Maybe it's just laggy.
yeah, it's a
Okay.
red dot.
Go back.
Oh no, it's not.
Okay, it was laggy, yeah.
All right, keep going.
So for project management, we use agile development method, and we chose Scrum as our agile method. So in Scrum, you have these sprint cycles, and at the beginning of each cycle, everyone gets together and discuss the stories for the sprint. And the team will finish all the stories in the sprint as much as possible, and then present all these results to the stakeholders at the end of each sprint. So that's what we did with the Apportable team. So we have 2 big sprint cycles, and during our weekly meeting, we define a set of stories, and we use Trello to track our stories. And here's a screenshot of our Trello board. So on the left, we have a backlog. So at the beginning of each sprint meeting, everyone come together, and we assign stories according to our strengths. Like Yang typically works on the front end because he's mostly comfortable with that, and Bin sometimes work on more on the back end, and Malav and I work on the rest of the stories. Once we are done with a story, we drag it to the done list, and then we pick another story from a current sprint. So we managed to finish almost all of the stories during each sprint, and so that we are pretty much on our progress, and we didn't lag behind. So for code quality, it's also a very important issue in our project, because the code of our project is going to be deployed to the production environment, and it will go live when our project finishes. It's a really important piece of code because actually the whole SDK depends on the subscription module. So if it gets it wrong, then the whole SDK toolchain will not go through. So in order to improve our code quality, we do a couple of things. First, we send out code reviews right after each commit. So whenever we commit anything to GitHub, we are required to send a code review to the whole group in the CMU practicum team. That means that everyone in the team, everyone in the group can see the code, can see the diff, and we will get email about that in their company email address. And everyone can respond to those code reviews, and they can just do that in their inbox. They don't have to go to the code review system to do that. In addition, we also push to staging server frequently. So theoretically, we push to staging server after each commit, so that everyone in the company will.
Oh,
Yeah, you froze again.
shit. Yeah, just